Okay, what is up, guys, and welcome to my very first FIFA 18 full, well, no, not really full career mode, but career mode series nonetheless. This year, I'm going to try to get things done a little bit quicker than I did last year. For those of you that stuck around since last year, you know that towards the end of FIFA 17, I stopped uploading, and the reason for that was, quite honestly, I wasn't enjoying the game at all. Gameplay was a mess. It wasn't for me anymore. I had my time with it. I decided let's go ahead and move on, and that's what I did. So I'm always the type of person that will not play a game, much less upload it, if I'm not enjoying it. So I wasn't enjoying FIFA 17. I decided to move on, play something a little bit different. But hopefully this year things change. Hopefully this year I can really grind out these games. Maybe I might even upload some Ultimate Team content. I think I'll definitely be uploading some Pro Clubs content as I usually do because my time with my friends playing Pro Clubs is always a really really big hit for me. You guys seem to enjoy it. I love playing it. It's one of those things that I would not get tired of doing. So definitely gonna see some Pro Clubs. But today we are focused on career mode as I usually am. This has been mainly a career mode channel in regards to FIFA, and I have no problem with that because it's one of the game modes that I enjoy the most in FIFA. So this year we had a little bit of a issue with me personally where I wasn't able to get this game on the day of, so today basically, and a friend of mine decided, you know what, let me go ahead and sponsor you. He said, literally those words, and I said, cool. It'll help me set up for day one uploading. It'll help me get a career mode up and going, all of that good stuff. And so, because he did basically become my sponsor, I decided to let him choose which team would be first for career mode. I gave him a list. Really, I was going to start with a PSV career mode over in the Netherlands league, the Dutch league. Wow, the Netherlands league. The Dutch league. Mainly because for those of you that have been around for a while now know that I love a player who is now a part of that team, Irving Lozano. I've used him in just about every single career mode over the course of the last, what was it, four FIFAs. He's always been great for me, and I want to continue that. But again, he wound up being my sponsor, so I gave him the list. PSV was in there, but he decided let's go with FC Cologne, and I have no problem with that. He helped me out a great deal. So now we're just gonna go ahead and start an FC Cologne career mode. I'm just gonna do this really quickly. I usually pick an Asian in a tracksuit because why not? So yeah, for this career mode, I really have nothing planned. For the last, I don't know, 2 months maybe. I don't know how long I've been not uploading, but for the last couple weeks, months, whatever it may be, I had really just planned out everything in regards to the PSV career mode. It was just an unfortunate set of circumstances that I wasn't able to actually uh, get the game on the day of its release. I would have been able to get it maybe next week, but today necessarily, I was definitely not going to be able to buy the game. And by game, I obviously mean FIFA 18. I'm not sure why I have to clarify that, but anyways, yeah. So it was just really unfortunate. I was really sad. I didn't want to have to start uploading late, and my friend came through. He helped me out. He said, FC Cologne it is. So I have nothing planned out for this team. I don't really know much of this team. The only thing I know is that they have a pretty decent keeper in, I think his name is Timo Horn. I don't remember his first name. It might be Timo, but I know for sure that his first name is, or his last name is Horn though. So that really puts me at ease because in career mode, one of the first things you need to do, in my opinion, is secure a decent enough keeper for the season and for the future. So Horn being a young, promising keeper is perfect because that just means I don't have to go out and spend any of the money that I have, which by the looks of things was around 17 million, maybe a little more thanks to my add-ons. But I said Horn, I meant Cologne. Whatever, we'll leave it as Horn. Um, yeah, and it'll hopefully turn out to be good because now I can just focus on strengthening up the outfield players. maybe a striker, wingers, midfielders, defenders, whatever it is I need. We're going to take a look at the team. Me personally, I'm going to take a look at the team real quick, and I will get back to you guys in just a second. By the looks of things, what's this? Oh, yeah, I know what this is. I played the beta. Yeah, by the looks of things, it's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, I did actually play the beta. That's something I forgot to mention. And because of that, I have a pretty decent enough understanding as to what to do in career mode, considering they've added a few new things here and there. So it's not going to be too bad. It's not going to be that much of a learning curve. Ooh, I forgot about this guy. Okay, I'm definitely looking forward to this now. We've got a pretty tall, strong, and more or less athletic striker in Cordoba. I'm pretty sure... There it is. There he is, Bittencourt. Yeah, I used to really enjoy this guy back when he belonged to Dortmund. I think it was FIFA 14 or 15. He was really good for me back then. He also had 5-star weak foot back then, but, you know, not that big of a deal. He was a center mid, and truthfully, I think I may actually end up throwing him into the center mid position just because I think he would be more suited there. I don't know. I've never really watched him in real life. And then Hector, if I'm not mistaken, can also play the left back position. But I don't think I'm actually going to throw him in there. I think I will keep him as a defensive mid. Oh, we got this guy as well. I forget who he belonged to, but yeah. Was it Giron? No, he belonged to someone in the Spanish First Division in La Liga. But yeah, so far it's not that bad of a team. Honestly, we've got a decent center back, a pretty decent young-ish striker, a decent young-ish. 84 is actually way better than what I thought. So 24 years old, 84 rated already. That's perfect. I don't like that cautious with crosses trait, though. That's always been a problem for me, even since last FIFA. But I think we can work with this. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this team in depth. You know, see who's young, see who's not, see who we need to sell. And I will be right back with you guys. And when I come back, I will also have some players already in the shortlist ready to be bought. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I've gone ahead and shortlisted quite a few players. You can see here that there's a lot of them. And for those of you that have watched my career modes before, you should know by now that I tend to enjoy using players that not too many people know about. You know, the kinds of players you don't normally see on YouTube. And sometimes players that I just personally want to bring in for this, that, and the other reason. But so we have a few players here. Obviously, we've got to scout quite a bit of them. They're not all really fully scouted quite yet. But what I am going to focus on is fullbacks, wingers, maybe one more or two more strikers, possibly one or two center backs, just because we've got Mere and we've got this other center back whose name I don't really remember right now. But they're both pretty young. They're both strong. They're both pretty decent, you know, 70 plus. I think 75 plus. And they are good enough. You know, they're young. They can develop. So I'm expecting something out of them. So maybe just one or two more, just, you know, just in case. I don't think I don't think we're in any, can't speak, too big of a tournament. I don't know if we're in the, I mean, obviously we're not in Champions League. I really don't know what we're in. If I'm honest, I haven't taken a look, but I don't think we're in anything that's too competitive quite yet. This series is probably going to go on for 2-3 years. I just really want to get the feel for this year's career mode. You know, not the beta, but the actual game. So we've got some fullbacks, we've got some center backs, a lot of fullbacks actually. We've got a couple midfielders here and there, mainly because I want to bring in some more height. We have Cordoba up top, meaning I kind of want to use his height. I want to use his strength. And if I'm going to use him up top, I might as well have some players that are similar to him in the midfield and in the defense. So some of my main targets just right off the bat are someone like Sander Berge. He's pretty tall. Another one is Christopher Ajer. I think that's how you say his name. The thing is, he used to be a center mid. I don't know why Celtic has been playing him as a center back. He's actually pretty decent with his feet. I've watched him a couple times. Yeah, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I will still be throwing him in as a center mid. That's not a big deal. But let's see who else. It was Burge. It was him. Pineda. I've used him before in past career modes last year. He's always a very hard worker. He's very small. He's like 5'6", but in real life, I think he's really around 5'5", 5'4". But the thing is, he's a fighter. He's a hustler. He'll pace someone down. He'll body them. He's got a good balance. He's got decent enough strength to be able to try to fight someone for the ball. And then, he's basically one of those hardworking players that you really want on your team. He's got the high work rates. At least he should. I don't know if I can actually check. Nope, it's search players. Okay, so I guess they removed that. Um, and then next to him, we've also got... What happened here? We've also got... Okay. Can we go up? Jeez, I got a lot of players. All right, so we've got Pizarro, who is part of the same team. A little bit taller, a little bit more offensive-minded, so he could be more of my creative player going forward. You never know. But again, I do have Bittencourt, so I don't know how much I'll actually need him. The positive with him, though, is that he does only have 12 months remaining on his contract, meaning I can try to get him as a pre-signing this January, which I think is what I'm going to do. It never hurts to have a dynamic midfielder as a reserve player, in your squad. So I'm definitely going to try to get him in. Going to bring on someone like Mane, who has a lot of pace, or maybe Jurgen Damm, or any of these players that I have that are wingers that are extremely fast. And the reason I have them here is because it never hurts. In fact, to me, it's almost a must for you to always have some form of super fast super sub, because you never know what kind of situation you're going to be put in during a game. You never know if you're going to need someone like that. And, it's always nice to bring someone on maybe in the 60th, 70th minute when the opposition is already tired, and then you bring on someone with just immense pace and just see them fly past them. And, yeah, it's just really, really fun to do that kind of thing. We've got Brian Lozano, who's also someone that I'm probably going to bring in just because I think I will try to bring in Irving Lozano. These two are brothers. And, if his brother is already here, then obviously he would be a little bit more inclined to join, So we'll see if we can do that. We've got Atlanta United's two top attacking players. We've got Joseph Martinez a little bit further down. We've got Almiron right here. They've obviously been playing pretty well in the MLS, so I think it's about time they got a step up. I don't really know how expensive they're going to be, and I think we only have maybe around 27 million to work with. So it's going to be a little bit tight to try to get in as many players as I want. I usually like to spend a lot. It's just the kind of person I am. I like spending on youth. Sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes on some more older, not not determined, some older, more experienced players. But really, I just hardly ever do that. This is another player who's very similar to Cordoba, who we already have. He's not as tall. He's only 5'10", but he's got good strength. He's got really good penalties. He should have good free kicks, but for whatever reason, in FIFA, he doesn't. I mean, he scored a couple free kicks in real life. I've watched them. They were really nice. But yeah, he's one of those clinical finishers who's also more of a target man. If he had a little bit more height, I would definitely go in for him. But for now, he's just a maybe, especially since he just joined this team. So I'd probably have to go for him maybe in January. But another player who's also similar to him is this guy here, Daydu, I think. He's fast, he's tall, he's strong, he's just about everything you could need. And I really want to see if I can bring him in. If I'm not mistaken, he's also just moved as well, so I won't be going in for him quite yet. But yeah, we've got a bunch of players here. We're going to let them get scouted. In the meantime, we're going to use what we've got, and we're going to try to play this preseason tournament. This keeper here, like I said, I don't really need a keeper. I've got Horn. But see, DC United is actually my closest home team. So I thought, why not? He's 22. He's 6'6", some height. And he plays for DC United. So why not try to bring him in? Especially since my friend, my sponsor, he's a pretty hardcore DC United fan. Not as much me, but I know he is. So I thought, why not also try to include someone from DC United and a couple players from the MLS, and as I usually do, a couple players from the Mexican League. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of players, but we're gonna go through them one by one at some point. In the meantime, we are gonna go ahead and move on to this game against Southampton. Wow, actually, let me do training real quick. But Southampton, that's actually a decent enough challenge. They're pretty good. I'm going to see if I can beat them here, but in the meantime, for training, we're definitely going to focus on Cordoba. He's still decently young. Bittencourt, of course, we're gonna work on his dribbling. He's got decent acceleration, actually really nice acceleration. He's more of a burst speedster. He's not really a distance runner, so we're gonna have to work on that dribbling. I'm gonna need his stamina up. Um, what else do we have? These two I think are showing great potential, so I'm gonna see if I can focus on them a little bit. But I do have one on the loan list because I don't think I'm going to be using them that much. They're only in their 60s. So, yeah, I don't really want to be able, or I'm not really going to be able to use them this season that much. Maybe I will, who knows. But I know one of them is at least on the loan list. Mare, I'm going to see if I can get him up in his, where is it, defending. He's tall. Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was like 6'4". He's only 6 feet tall. Okay, then yeah, definitely got to work on his defending because that's going to be a saving grace. Usually, I like my center backs at least 6'1" and above, or maybe 6'2", depending on the situation. But yeah, he's not that tall. This is the guy who was actually tall, Sorensen. So yeah, he's the guy that was 6'4". He's the other one. So 77 and 78, respectively, meaning we've got a decent enough center back pairing. They're both not that fast, but not that weak either, or not that slow either. They're a little bit in between. And if I'm not mistaken, both Sorensen and Mary have decent strength. I really think so. I can't remember off the top of my head, but point is, they're relatively young. Well, he's relatively young. Sorensen is really going to have to develop quickly. And Timo Horn, I guess we can actually start training because I know he's promising. So, let's see. You know what? We have 2 training drills. Let's go ahead and try to max out Timo Horn as much as possible. Usually, it's very easy to train up keepers because they really only have 2 drills that they need, and we can just use 2 of those, or we can just do 2 of those at the same time. So it's not a big deal. Triple A, double C, not bad. Anyway, Southampton is up next. We've got Genoa, Southampton, and Burnley, 2 English teams, 1 Italian team. I think that's pretty okay. I think Southampton might be our most difficult team to face, but Genoa might be our most annoying because it is the Italian league. It is Genoa. I'm pretty sure they're going to be pretty defensive, so it might actually turn out to be kind of annoying. But, we'll work with it. Regardless, we got some training again, but I will see you guys for the game against Southampton. Okay, so actually, I'm going to end the episode just about here because we've been talking for quite a bit. It's been about over 10 minutes, and I usually don't like having it past 15 for the most part. But we do have a transfer offer already for Timo Horn, and I'm going to go ahead and decline it. But I don't know. I feel like I should maybe start considering this because, yes, Timo Horn is nice. He's actually really nice. He can develop, I think, another +4 ratings, which wouldn't be too bad, especially since you can train him up all the way to 90 plus. But for the time being, I don't really want to sell him just because I don't have a replacement in mind. Haven't really focused on that. And also, I saw that there's interest, in Jurgen Damm. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to end the episode trying to buy Jurgen Damm, one of the fastest players in the world, apparently, 95 pace. We're going to see if we can get him. It should be a good enough thing to do, but for the most part, this is going to be the end. I thought I had a tracksuit. So, yeah, this is, for those of you that don't know, this is career mode. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see this a lot. But Jurgen Damm, current value about 8.5 million. I want to see if I can get him for maybe between 5 and 7 million because he is 24. He's super fast, yes, but actually, what player do I have? Let's see. We've got this guy, Marcel Reese. I don't want to sell him. Definitely not going to sell Bittencourt. Might sell Clemens. Not really sure what Clemens brings to the table off the top of my head. What else do we have? Midfielders. Hector, no. No, it's 27, 78 overall. He can stay. This is, I think, the captain, if I'm not mistaken, even though he's really not going to be playing much. Jojic, I think is how you pronounce his name. This could be the guy that I offer, just because I don't really think he would bring too much to help me. Strikers, we've got Osako, Cordoba. I put this guy on the transfer list. I think I did him as well. You know what? Let's try to place Jojic as a swap deal. See if this works. I honestly can't even hear if they're talking. I don't know if these guys finally have voice actors or not. They might not. I don't know. I removed all sound for me. You're looking for a right winger. Okay. So, Clemens. I don't really know much about Clemens, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to play him at all. And that would free up a right mid spot for Jurgen Damm. So, you know what? Let's try it. Okay, come on. Plus cash. How much? 6 points. Yeah, okay. New transfer fee. I'm going to say about 3.5. Meet me halfway. 5.2 plus 10% of a future transfer fee. Yeah. Okay, first of all, remove sell-on clause. Second of all, I'm not going to 5. I'll go 4. Did he just say 6.7? This guy's just all over the place. 4.7. Sure. I don't want to go to 5. 5.2. How about 4.9? This is taking too long. Submit offer. Christ. I guess I'm going to have to go to 5. He's really trying to force that 5, and I kind of want Damm, so yeah, whatever, 5. I didn't want to. Okay, there we go. We can agree on that. Let's stay in touch. All right, so Jurgen Damm is ready to be bought. This is actually something I'm not opposed to. You know, as soon as we completed the transfer as compared to past FIFAs, you would have to wait a couple days for the player to return, and then the player again. It just took a lot of waiting, and buying a player sometimes took too long, especially when you were short on time. I kind of like this. Now, during deadline day on the final hour, you can actually buy somebody because, say, you decide at the last second you need to buy someone. You go and talk to the representative. He says yes. Then you talk to the player immediately without having to wait, and you can actually sign someone in the last hour. So we're going to go ahead and negotiate with Jurgen Damm. He's going to be our super sub. We're going to have to develop his finishing a little bit, of course. But let's go ahead and see what his agent wants. I'm thinking I'm just going to give him squad role. Oh, I was actually going to give him important. No, that's perfect then. Sporadic? Hell yeah. Okay, you just said squad role. All right. But yeah, it was important first team player was actually what I was thinking of giving him as is. And it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I thought, because it said right there squad role, so I thought sporadic would have been fine. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. It was what I was willing to compromise with anyways. So usually for whatever reason in the beta, Mexican players really didn't want to sign above 2 years. I don't know why. Let's see if that's changed for now. 4 years. Okay, fine. Alright, good. Because it was really annoying having to sign players from the Mexican League, seeing as how they didn't want to go above a 2-year contract. But no, we're not having a release clause. Yep. Usually they move forward even without a release clause. That's cool. Wage 70K. Signing bonus. Goals 480. Alright, I'm not going to do the goals. The bonus here. Which one was it? No, wait. Remove bonus. There you go. And signing bonus, I'm fine with. 72. That's 2,000 extra. Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that. So, we've got ourselves our new player. Like I said, I like this. I like this change, this addition. Yes, these cutscene things are kind of cool, but I can guarantee you these are going to get boring after a very short while because they just feel too long. It just feels sometimes like it's a little bit too much. So, I'm just I'm letting you know that now because in my very first day of the beta, I was already sick of those cutscenes because it just takes too long. Sometimes you just want to buy a lot of players and get right to it, but that really doesn't give you the opportunity to do so sometimes, especially since you have to go all the way to transfers and then transfer HUD just to see your short list. It just seems a little excessive. I appreciate the thought, I appreciate the addition, and I can definitely appreciate the change, but maybe tone it down just a little bit for the next FIFA. In the meantime, it's cool. This is our short list, and like I said, we have a lot of players to scout, so we're going to wait for them to finish. Next episode, we're going to start off with a game against Southampton, our first gameplay episode. I'm hoping it's a good one. This is more or less the formation I think I'm going to run, except I'm going to have Bittencourt maybe on the right and Pineda on the left if I can buy him, and Jurgen Damm obviously will be our super sub. But the thing is, I'm thinking of maybe having a two-striker formation. I haven't really decided that quite yet. I'm going to try out this formation, the 4-1-4-1, just to see what it feels like. If I feel comfortable with it, then I'll definitely keep it. If not, then we're going to have a problem, and we're going to have to actually move things around. Jojic, so, he's actually not bad. He's very well-rounded. I'm kind of happy I didn't sell him, or transfer him. Swap him, whatever. 5'10", double 3-star. Yeah, I'm actually really happy I didn't. That was good. In the meantime, we've got Jurgen Damm. We're going to switch him on for this guy. Bring him over here. I'm very picky about my positions. But we're going to take a quick look at Jurgen Damm, then end the episode. So like I said, 95 pace, 85 agility, 66 strength, which really isn't ideal, seeing as how this guy is 6'2". However, he is also in real life very, very lanky. He's very thin, and you can't really bulk players up in career modes, which is annoying, but whatever. So we're gonna have to work on his dribbling. His stamina isn't gonna be that big of a deal for me right off the bat, just because I know for a fact he's not gonna be a starter. He doesn't need to play the whole game. I just need him to burst past players, after maybe the 60th or 70th minute, and we're definitely going to have to work on his finishing. So he can also play the right wing back position. That's actually news to me. I don't remember. No, I guess Tigres do use the 3-back every now and again. But the point is, we can also maybe use him as a right back. I highly doubt it because, look at these defensive stats. But you get the idea. If need be, he could probably slot into the right back position. But again, he's not going to be a starter. He's nothing but a super sub. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty good at doing that too. So that's what we're going to do. In the meantime, as always, thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment. Subscribe if you're new. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully it's a good one. Peace.